Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I'm going to start you off with that engaged question that is in lesson 8. And we're going to talk about how to write equations based off of perimeter and area problems. Specifically here, a word problem talking about a rectangle. Okay? So what I first want to see here is anytime I get a word problem that's talking about shape, I want to draw and provide a description of what's happening in this picture. Okay? So I'm talking about a rectangular garden here. So I'm just going to draw a rough version of my garden. If I don't see the figure, I want to draw it so I can reference it. Okay? The garden here has a length 3 feet more than its width. So here's what we have to pretty much figure out from here. We have to say, all right, where's the length, where's the width of this rectangle? Well, I'm going to call these heights right here, I'm going to call those the widths. Okay? So if that's the width W, that means that the top here would be the length. The problem is I can't solve an equation with 2 variables that I don't know what they are. So the nice piece that they gave me here was they gave me a literal translation. The length is equal to, because it's saying the length here is, that implies equal, 3 feet more than its width. Well, what would that mean? If I have 3 feet more, that would be 3 plus the actual width. I don't know what that width is, so I can actually use the variable W for that. If you're not sure on that, use a simple number with substitution. So think about it this way and say, all right, if my width was 10 units and the length is 3 feet more, how long is the length? Well, then it will be 13 units. So you have to ask yourself, how did you get there? Well, this is how you got there. You added 3 to it, okay? So then all we're doing then is a reverse substitution. Instead of substituting in a number, we're going to substitute in a variable, which in this case, W is our width. So up top here, I'm going to have 3 plus W. Okay? Now we're talking about the perimeter of the garden is 66 feet. We have to find the dimensions of the garden. So we are asking ourselves, what's the length? What's the width? Okay? So here's what I know. I'm going to continue labeling. If I know that this top up here, this length is 3 plus W, that means the base down here is also 3 plus W. And then if I know, because I'm talking about a rectangle here, I know that this is W on one side. That means the other side is equal, meaning making that W as well. Okay? So if I'm setting up my equation now, what am I doing with all 4 of these pieces? Well, all I'm doing, if I'm finding my perimeter, is adding the sides together. So this becomes a glorified combining like terms question, where I'm going to take W plus W, I'm going to add those 2 widths, plus 3 plus W, plus another 3 plus W. And then my equation is going to equal the perimeter, which in that case is 66 feet. Okay? As I said, it's a glorified combining like terms problem. So my like terms that I'm combining, W, 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 and W. That's one set that I'm going to combine. That becomes 4W plus, and then I have 2 other like terms over here. I have positive 3. That becomes positive 6, and it's equal to 66. And now we solve our equation as normal. Subtract 6 from both sides. 4W equals 60. Divide both sides by 4. I ran out of space. So then W, my width, ends up becoming 15 feet. So if my width is 15 feet, 3 plus W, 3 plus 15, ends up becoming 18 feet. And now the final piece that I want you to make sure that you can take care of is make sure that you check this. So I'm going to write these up here in green. This is 18, 15, 15, and 18. What am I going to do with these 4 numbers together? I'm going to add them all together here. Okay? So I'm going to take 18, add 15, add 18 again, add 15. My total is 66, which is what the footage should have been in the end. So that confirms that these 2 right here are accurate.